Hey everybody, welcome back to Bree's Science Lab. Today we're going over the foot muscles. This is in a three-part series. We went over the upper leg already. Now we're going over, or we went over the lower leg. Now we're on the foot muscles, right? So we're gonna start with this one. This is the extensor hallucis brevis. So I could pin it here, here. That's all the extensor hallucis brevis. And let's go ahead and break that name down, right? Extensor, it's on the top of the foot. Hallucis, because you can see it's going to the hallux or the big toe, right? The big toe is known as the hallux. Extensor hallucis brevis. Normally, if you watch the other videos, we know that longus and brevis are usually paired together, right? And the general trend is that the longest muscles are in the lower leg, the brevis muscles are in the foot. We saw the same kind of trend in the arm and hand muscles. The longest muscles were in the forearm and the brevis muscles were in the hand. We see kind of the same thing here, right? So this was extensor hallucis brevis. This one that's going to all of the digits, right? You can see it's going to all of the digits, these ones. Those are extensor digitorum brevis. Extensor digitorum brevis. Extensor because we're still on the top of the foot, right? So it's extending. Digitorum because it's going to the digits, right? The digits. Brevis because of the same reason, right? Longus was in our lower leg. Brevis will be in our foot. All right, so now we're looking at the bottom of the foot, right? This is the sole of the foot, the plantar region, you'll sometimes hear it called, right? And we have one muscle that you'll actually recognize if you watched my hand video. You have your lumbricals, right? Your lumbricals, these guys. Lumbricals is Latin for worms. I guess the person who discovered it thought it looked kind of like worms, right? So fun fact, but I think that's the only similar muscle you will see. This is your flexor digitorum brevis. Flexor digitorum brevis, right? So we have that extensor on the other side. This one would be your flexor. So flexor digitorum brevis. If I go over to this side, this is the side of the hallux, so the more medial side. This is actually going to be your abductor hallucis. Abductor hallucis. So this muscle is actually going to abduct the big toe, right? Abduct the hallux. That's why it's called the abductor hallucis, and that's abductors for abduction. Remember, abducting means taking away, right? So it's going to be moving the big toe out. All right, so it goes from in to out. Abduction, right? Because we're referring to the midline of the foot when we're talking about adduction and abduction, not really the midline of your body, okay? So think of abduction as going away from the midline of your foot. Just like this muscle over here, this is your abductor digiti minimi. Abductor digiti minimi. So this one is going to move your little pinky toe out, right? It's going to abduct it. I don't know about you, but I don't think my abductor digiti minimi works all that well because I cannot move my pinky toe. But that's okay, that's okay. So you're actually going to have the flexor digiti minimi brevis right here. You can see that's going to the little digit, your pinky toe. So flexor digiti minimi brevis. And on this side, you're going to have that flexor hallucis brevis. Flexor hallucis brevis because it's going to that big toe or the hallux. So I hope that helped. That is the end of our muscle videos for the lower limb.